Big Bad Wolf, Chapter 1. Alright, guys, I need you to move a little faster. This showing is in a few hours. Most of Cyrus' paintings are still in the truck. I ordered as people moved back and forth from inside the gallery to the track outside. Cyrus stood beside me, arms crossed over her chest, and her freshly dyed pink hair up in a casual ponytail. I told her she didn't have to come in and help set up, that we would take care of everything, but she insisted, and who was I to tell her no? She turned to me, her deep brown eyes inquisitive and earnest, as I watched the men bring in painting after painting. We had a total of 20 we were showing tonight, each one of them gruesome and beautiful in her own right. I had to say it was still slightly unsettling to see the resemblance in each one, knowing what I knew now. You're back to your old self today. I take you feeling better? Sarah questioned. I had told her about my run-in with Carl and the bartender from the Marquee. It had me out of sorts for days while I formulated a plan to deal with the bartender. Not just that, but to get more information on why they were working together. Did they knew who I was? Did the string of missing girls have anything to do with it? Much. I turned to her. Hyde flared up ever so slightly, but I pulled her back in. Just trying to figure out the next step. I had been drugged and taken to Carl's apartment. But what was the purpose of that? Rape? Hyde and I both thought so, until the memories of that night came flooding back from the depths of the drug-induced amnesia. There was a deeper purpose, and I was going to find out what that purpose was, no matter what it took. Not only was I still trying to piece together that night, but I was still attempting to learn as much about Syra as I could. She knew about me, but how much did she know? How much could I learn from her? Could she use my affliction against me? Could I trust her? All critical questions I still wasn't sure of the answer to. I sighed and continued to watch the work going on around me. Each painting was wrapped in brown paper by Syra and myself, with a sequence number written on it telling what position it took on the walls of the gallery. I was the only one here that worked this way, and it was extremely efficient. I spotted Hannah as she walked out of her office and down the stairs, dressed all in black and as pristine as ever. Her eyes focused on me with a small parcel in her hand wrapped in the same brown paper that we always used. The same brown paper that the last painting gifted to me by our most sought-after artist, Emmett Adler. Lauren followed close behind. Look like someone has a Manara. Not like I haven't said it before, Anna stated as she handed the package to me, stopping in front of me and looking at me with a sideways glance. She was usually cheery, except on days when we had a show and things weren't moving fast enough for her. I knew that look well. We're right on time, Hannah. No need to worry, I said as I took the package. It was heavy, but not large enough to be as cumbersome as it felt. Open it, Lauren ushered, like an impatient schoolgirl whose friend's crush had sent them a note and stuffed it in their locker. I rolled my eyes and slid a perfectly manicured finger underneath the edge of the paper on the back, tearing the tape as I moved my finger underneath it. There was the feel of rough canvas, hinting at yet another painting. I knew how much his paintings went for. I felt the urge to tell him to stop sending them to me because of the hefty price tag. It made me feel I was stealing from him in some way. Once I slid the canvas out from inside the paper, a smaller piece of paper fluttered to the floor, which Cyrus swiftly picked up, reading it with interest. Her eyes went wide. A blush made its way across her cheeks. Then she read the note out loud. "See you tonight," she purred, looking at me as if I were hiding something from the rest of them. Each pair of eyes met mine. Lauren's being the most sceptical about my relationship with this artist. If I didn't mention it to her, there wasn't anything to speak of. Only one painting had been gifted to me, and now a second. I swear I have no idea what that even means, I defended as I raised my hands in the air in a pleading gesture. I swear. Sure, Hannah purred right along with Syra. With that, Hannah walked away, saying that Lauren needed to help me get the place ready for the next showing this evening. I stared at the small painting in my hands, about the size of a textbook, that couldn't rip my eyes from the image on the canvas. A gasp passed from between my parted lips as the picture on the canvas. It was me, in what looked like a moment of pure ecstasy, all in different hues of red paint. It was beautiful, but entirely inappropriate. Definitely something I could not hang up with the other. I clutched it to my chest to keep anyone from seeing it, but Syra and Lauren both got a quick glimpse before I could. Syra blushed an even deeper red. Wow, she breathed, then awkwardly stated, I'm going out to the truck. She walked away as hastily as she dared, nearly tripping over the bare floor. I'll go set up the glasses. You? Lauren pointed at me. Delicate. You're good at that. Good grief. She was angry. She thought I was keeping a secret from her, which I would never do. Well, except for one big one. She walked away from me, toward a long row of tables with boxes next to them. I tagged along to explain myself. There isn't anything going on. I can tell you that much, I explained. Not yet, Blythe. Not yet. Lauren coyly smiled at me. You know, you deserve happiness. After losing your parents and all. If you like him, go for it. He obviously likes you. I got to be good at that thing, I'd have to say. He definitely wants you. It's too perfect for him not to have studied you. And pretty intently, I might add. I felt all of the blood leave my face, and I hugged it to my chest, even tighter. I don't even know if I like him, I confessed. She tilted her head to the side and stared at me. What's the harm in finding out? Oh, if she only knew the half of it. I wasn't even sure what kept me from telling my best friend about my murderous alter ego, but something had. Fear of rejection by my trusted friend? Maybe. I've only met him once to look at his work, I replied. Then saw him at this showing, but we never spoke. And that matters why? You obviously made an impression. She motioned toward the painting in my hands. A really big one. Jesus, Blythe. It's like you posed for that thing. I wasn't even sure what to make of that. Just like everything else that I'd been faced with lately. Carl and the memories Hyde had showed me after causing me to come so close to taking the fall for his death, and then meeting Syra, and what little I truly knew about her. There was way too much going on for me to be comfortable with. Hell, when did I not make an impression one way or another? I sighed and began to make my way towards the trucks outside, waving a hand at Lauren and saying, "You just go ahead and set up the glasses. Keep your advice to yourself, please, and thank you." All with a smile on my face, she beamed back at me. "You need to get you some. That much I know." "Damn it, Lauren," I muttered under my breath, as I felt heat creep into my face. I'd never been shy before, but speaking about Emmett in this way turned me into a teenage schoolgirl with a crush. What the hell was that?